Hey everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life here for the Crafty Maven Getaway YouTube hop, and I am scraplifting Miranda. If you don't know, I'm the last one, so you probably should know through this hop already, but we are all scraplifting the person in front of us. So as you're hopping along, it started with Jen, and Jen scraplifted me to kind of make the circle go around, but so you'll watch Jen, and then whoever's after Jen scraplifted Jen, and so on and so forth. And I hope you've really been enjoying and watching to see everyone their different takes and everything. We tried really hard to make it so that the person scraplifting the person in front, it was a little bit different, maybe even a tiny bit of a challenge for them. And I cannot wait to see what everyone came up with, because let's be honest, the ladies on the Crafty Maven have some serious game when it comes to scrapbooking. They are all so very talented and amazing and so different from each other, which is what I love about it. All right, so I am scraplifting Miranda, and it's a little challenging for me, and the fact that I wasn't sure where to go with it. To be honest with you, I really do love her style. She is like me in the fact where she will put anything on that layout. If it goes with her layout, she'll make it go. And she doesn't care if it's random or not, if it belongs with the theme of her story or not. And I love that about her, because I will do that too. So I felt bonded to her with that, but I didn't know which layout to pick because she has lots of beautiful ones. So I just simply took the most recent one that I had, and it is one that she actually used. She scraplifted someone else, so I am scraplifting her take on a scraplift. And I really enjoy it. I'm using up a little bit more of my Shop It or Stash It kit that I had. Now, if you haven't been following that, it was a series I did with Daisy. It's done now. You can look at the links below, but the links to it, I'll have that too. But I loved using this kit, but I never used this paper from the Paige Evans, and I wanted to use that to incorporate some more of the circles, because I can see it in hers. I'm not sure, she might be using the Horizon collection. It looks a little bit more bolder than what I'm using. So, but it gave me the idea to do that. And then I had this piece of pattern paper that I fussy cut, and I used it as the circle there. I also used a little bit of scrap. That pink scrap is from Maggie Holmes, way type of old school, but I had it and I felt like it fit perfectly. And I also want to highlight this background paper that you see me cutting now. It's not white, it's like a creamish color. And I really felt like it would work well as my little border backing to my photo, which is a photo of Sean and Nora. Nora is sitting on his shoulders there, and I just love it. I had just gotten my new updated iPhone, so I have portrait mode now, and I was playing around with it, and I caught this photo, and I love it. It absolutely captures their relationship in a photo. I adore it. And so I knew I wanted to scrapbook it. I had this floral piece of pattern paper, and yes, Sean is in this, but it's a kind of a lovey-dovey layout talking about their relationship, and it's Nora. I can be girly with it. It doesn't matter. And Sean does not care that I make, he doesn't, especially with Nora being involved. It doesn't bother him at all. So I'm going girly. And I also cut out a little bit from the pink paper as well, because the backside of it is that beautiful, I don't know if you remember it, but that bow paper. It's black and white bows. Oh, I loved that paper. And I want it to be a little feature to it as well. So those are my layers, really, really basic. And I'm just going to go with it. But now I have all these random holes that I have to figure out what I'm going to do. And I also wanted to make sure, as I'm scraplifting her, I'm going to do her little notch that she did in her layout. I love this. You've seen me do it myself on my own layouts, doing this nice little cut, and then you back it with something. I was going to go ahead and use those beautiful bows, but it's not really mixing. I don't know. I don't really love the way it's looking. So instead, I'm going to bring in the pop of blue, which is the B side of that Paige Evans paper, and it was like exactly what was needed. So that works perfectly. I love it. And I just go from there with figuring out my title and some embellishing and all of that. This layout came together quite quickly. However, while I was creating it, I had some sort of a mental block. I'm not really sure, but I wanted to do like Miranda's, where the photo was down in the corner, but with the way I placed the florals, it couldn't be down in that bottom corner. It just wasn't gonna work. And then I couldn't, so because I did that, I couldn't really emphasize the extra embellishing up in the top either. I couldn't for myself justify doing that. I felt like it would look really off. And so it's a little bit more of a like watered down version of her scrap lift is how I feel is how I'm taking her layout. But it's okay. I like it. I love where I put my title. I need to fix it in the fact that I put like the first part of the word I put towards the end of the second part of the word. You'll see that in a minute, like there, because it fit there, but it looks really weird. Like I don't know if your eyes, if it's driving you crazy, but it's driving me crazy. I'm like, nope, that should be first. And then so I'm going to fix that. There's a few different things as I looked back at it, I'm like, no, this isn't right. I need to go back and fix it. But I didn't have the time, to be honest with you, while I was creating this. I'm literally creating this as I'm doing the voiceover. So the day before the hop, it just has been crazy. I've had plenty of time to do it, and this is just how it worked out. And so I'm like, I don't have time to fix it. So what I think will happen is, as soon as I'm done doing this voiceover and my kids are asleep tonight, I'm gonna go into my room and play around a little bit and see if I can just tweak a few things. I see a few things I could fix, and you'll see the actual final image that way on my Instagram account if I change it, and you can see if I did or not. And if you follow me on there, or if you haven't yet, it's Christy's Beautiful Life. I'm Christy's Beautiful Life on YouTube and Instagram. And then Facebook, I'm just my name. But honestly, Facebook, unless you're following, like you're in one of the groups, like, Scrapaholics Anonymous or Steer 27-Day Challenge or Secret Not Secret Kit Club, that's really the only place I post about scrapbooking on Facebook. Otherwise, it's just my personal account with photos that you get from Instagram anyways. So it's not very exciting. All right. So here comes the embellishing. I took out all the colors that were in the florals and the circles, half circles I used, and pulled in those bins, like my iris container things of those colors, to add in little bits and pieces here and there. And I just kind of added what I thought looked pretty to my eye, and it was kind of one of those random things that kind of embodied what Miranda is about with her layout, and I think it worked perfectly. So I am the last stop of the hop, but if I am the first person you're seeing, go all the way back up to Jen and keep on going through it, because you are going to love watching everyone's layouts. I personally cannot wait to go ahead and watch them myself. It was a really quick idea pop-up to do this, so we didn't really advertise it or anything like that. So we're just kind of keeping the National Scrapbooking Day kind of weekend going. So I hope you enjoy that, and we will hopefully have some more fun content for you on the Crafty Maven Getaway soon. So stay tuned for all of that as well. All right, guys, here is going to be a look at my final layout. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments, and I will get to them as quickly as I can. Thanks, everyone. Bye.